Hey beautiful people of Earth, welcome back to another video. Today is the second book that we are reading in our new YouTube journey. The last book that we read was Flipped, which was a 5 out of 5 stars, phenomenal book, amazing, which the author actually replied to my video. Like, I don't know what, I can't remember exactly what she said, something, it's right here. I was like, hello, I didn't even know she had a YouTube channel, and like, I was just so starstruck, and like I could not believe it. Like I thought it was fake. I didn't know it was actually the Wendelin Van Dronen, which I need to check out her other work because Flipped was amazing, so I gotta check out. But today is a new book. This book has been out for a while. It's been out for like maybe 3 weeks. It hasn't been super long, but it's also not super new, but it hasn't been like a full year and stuff like that. Like it just recently came out, and it's by a book talk YouTuber. A book talk YouTuber that I love, my favorite book talk YouTuber. She also has a husband that does YouTube, which is a very, very popular YouTuber. And today is another romance book. So I've been reading a lot of romance, but honestly, I kind of like romance books, not too cheesy ones. But yeah, the book that we are reading for this new journey is Just Friends by Haley Pham. I've been wanting to read this book ever since it came out. I was like, hello, Haley has a book, and like I recently just got into her channel. So I'm very, very excited to read this new book. I'm kind of scared for it because the reviews are like 50-50. There's like other book talk YouTubers that I also watch that are saying it's an amazing book. It just keeps you reading. But then there's also people that are saying like on Goodreads or stuff like that, that it's like a simple romance book. Like it doesn't like introduce anything new. It's kind of the same, like, you know, enemies to lovers and then stuff like that, you know, like things like that. But I'm very excited for this book. I have really high expectations for this book. This is actually her debut book. So this is Haley Pham's first book. Who Haley Pham is. She is Ryan Trahan's wife. And if you guys do not know who Ryan Trahan is, he is a big YouTuber, Penny series, 50 States in 50 Days. Like, this is her right here. So, I'm very excited to read this book. I have really high expectations. I don't know what to expect. And I know in my last video, I said I was going to read a Lynn Painter book. I was going to read that book, but I saw this book and I was skeptical. I was like, should I just read the book and then, like, you know, read Just Friends or what? But I decided to, you know, go with Just Friends. But since I did kind of troll y'all and like lie, I am going to tell you the book that I will be reading next, which is Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter. Lynn Painter actually said something about this book. It says, a heartwarming second chance story that contemporary romance fans will adore. An absolute must read. Lynn Painter, which of course is New York Times bestselling author of Better Than the Movies. It says, Blair and Declan were inseparable growing up, best friends who knew each other better than anyone else. But when an impulsive kiss took them from friends to something more, everything changed. Just as quickly as the romance started, one moment shattered it all, leaving them with nothing but heartbreak and silence. Now, 4 years later, Blair is back in their coastal hometown of Seabrook to support her mom and care for her great aunt, Lottie, as her health declines. To make ends meet, Blair applies to work at a coffee shop, only to discover it's managed by none other than Declan. The boy she loved, the boy she lost, the boy who still makes her heart race. As Blair's path keeps crossing with Declan's, old wounds resurface, secrets are revealed, and sparks reignite. But could the future ever be free of their past? Told in dual timelines that unravel the magic and pain of first love, Just Friends is a moving romantic story about second chances, the weight of dreams, and finding your way back to the people who feel like home. So this kind of gives like the So Much and Pretty vibes, where it like has like the past POVs and stuff of like what happened before. There's like past and present stuff, and I'm obsessed with the cover. It's so like vibrant, so summer, so just like, I don't know, I just love the cover. I love the text, like the big bolded like text. I don't know, I just love it, and I love it, and I love it a lot. So we're just going to, you know, dive deep, and I'll see how it goes. Okay guys, I have read the first 3 chapters of Just Friends. I'm on page 21. So far a lot has actually been happening. Well, not a lot, but I can't really, give too much of stuff because I just started the book. So but right now I'm gonna say the writing I love. Like, I actually love this writing. It gives middle school writing, but I'm in middle school. Like, dog, I'm home. Hello. Like, this is my type of writing. I was reading more reviews on Goodreads. There's a lot of it's basically just 50-50. There's some people that love this book and some people that hate this book. But this also is a debut novel. So of course, it's Haley's first book. You don't know what to expect. You're just going into it. But I'm kind of scared for this book. Not scared, but I thought this book was going to be mostly just romance, but this book actually has lots of grief and trauma and stuff. It's already setting up things for for later on. As we know, Blair's aunt, Lottie, I think it's Lottie, she has cancer, but the thing is the cancer is not curable anymore. It got too bad, and now there's just a point till she dies. And Blair's dad was abusive, so that's why they left to go live with her aunt, of course. So there's already a lot of trauma and grief setting up, and I still do not know what happened between Blair and Declan, because we do know that they did date, but they did break up, and it didn't say when till later on, which I just started it, of course, so I'm not deep. But so far I'm actually really enjoying this book. It gets you keep on turning the pages and stuff, and I just really like what Haley Pham is doing with the book. It kind of different from the other books I read, because right now I am enjoying this book a lot, and I'm only on page 21. So yeah, I'll just get more updates about this book and see what happens next. Okay guys, today is March 28th. Today I think is day 3 of reading. Yesterday I did not give an update. Yesterday I didn't read much though. I only read 1 chapter though. But I am on page 58. I just read 3 chapters right now. And so far guys, I am loving this book. Hello. I still don't know exactly what happened between Blair and Declan, but the flashbacks are so cute, bro. This is before they even started dating. I'm on page 58, and the flashbacks are before they even started dating. Blair's in her freshman year, and dude, I'm right, they definitely dated before this, because that is not friendship. That is not casual. I'm not saying exactly what happened that, because I don't want to spoil it if you guys want to read it. But that's not casual. Friends do not do that. Hello. But so far, I'm liking the writing. It's simple writing, easy to understand. And so I just love the aesthetic of it. Seabrook really plays a very good part in this. I'm just gonna give more updates. Right now it's day 3 of reading, but so far I'm enjoying the book very much. It's amazing. Okay guys, today is the next day. Today is March 29th, day 4 of reading. I'm about to start reading more, but before this, I read a little bit today, and so far, I said, I'm enjoying the book. It's actually really good. I'm kind of scared to see what happens next. I still don't know exactly what happened between Declan and Blair. I just read a chapter earlier that was very, very sad. I'm kind of scared to see how the rest of the book is. So far, I'm really loving it. So I'm hoping it just stays like that for the whole book, and this will be another 5-star. Right now, I'm enjoying this book a lot, so we're just going to read more, and I'll give more updates as the days go on. Okay guys, today is March 30th, day 5 of reading, and so basically right now I'm just giving you the update that I'm about to start reading. Like I said, so far it's been doing pretty good, so I'm hoping it just keeps up like that. But yeah, I'm just gonna continue reading and I'll give you guys more updates as we go on. Okay guys, today is March 24th. It is day 6 of reading, and I just read a ton right now because this book is so good. Like, I actually can't describe it. Like, I'm on page 209. Like, there hasn't been a single page where this book is boring. Every single chapter, every single page has kept me invested. Like, that's like I just am at a loss of words from this book. I finally found out what happened between Blair and Declan, and I thought it was going to be worse than that, but it was still bad, of course. I thought something else, like, big happened, but it was still bad. So now I finally learned what happened and why they, like, stopped talking and stuff. But they had, like, a big talk. Like, I can't give too much about, like, the talk, but they just had a big one. And if you read the book, you'll understand what the talk is. But so far, this book has been so good. It has kept me invested. I haven't got bored of it. I haven't been wanting to put it down. Like, every time I start reading, I just can't put it down. It's just so good. I have like just over 100 pages left, if not like 100 pages left. So honestly, I was thinking I was gonna finish this by like April 9th, but I can probably finish this by like the end of the week, like by Saturday this week. I have been reading every single day. Like, I haven't stopped once, stuff like that. Like, every single day since I started this book, I've been reading. So if I keep on reading like this, I can probably finish this book by the end of the week, like by Saturday. So that's my goal. So yeah, I'll just keep you guys posted when I give more updates. Okay guys, today is April 1st, day 7 of reading, and right now I'm on page 261, so I am very close to finishing this book. Like, right now it is amazing. Like, I'm loving this. I've been reading so much more. I've been reading like 60 pages. I just read like 60 today and I read 60 yesterday, so I've been just trying to down this book and finish it. But it's just so good. Like, I can't describe how good it is. It's just amazing. Like, it's spectacular. I have like around 50 pages left. So since I've been reading 60 pages, like I said, I read 60 today and 60 yesterday, I think I can actually finish this book tomorrow. So the next time you guys see me, I will officially be done with Just Friends. Okay guys, today is April 3rd, and today I have officially finished Just Friends. It took me 8 days to finish, so it didn't take me that long, but I'm just blown away with this book. Like, Haley Pham, oh my, no, wait, like, I can't even explain how good this book is. I finished it yesterday, but it was late when I finished it, so I'm giving my review just now. But I don't know where to start. Like, this book is amazing. Guys, this book is amazing. It's spectacular. So I'm just gonna give like my things I liked about it and my flaws about it, and then my actual review. So one thing that I really liked about it is how much she includes the setting, because usually books, when they include a setting, they just like, you know, say the setting and then it kind of doesn't get into much detail with it. It kind of just like It's just there because it has to. But Haley Pham really makes sure that Seabrook, which is where the book takes place or at, is like involved. Like, she makes sure that people know that Seabrook is the location of this book. Another thing about is she is very good at describing stuff. Like I said, Stephen King, when I read The Running Man, he uses very good words. And there are some words that I'm like are too big that I'm like, okay, like that didn't have to be included. But majority of words she uses very good, and I like how she uses them. I like how there's like past chapters, like there's chapters that take place in the past to kind of show you like how Declan and Blair were before and stuff. It's kind of like The Summer I Turned Pretty. The Summer I Turned Pretty has some chapters like that Jenny Han does. Another thing is that I thought this book was going to be like majority romance comedy stuff, but there is a very, very big amount of like grief that like I didn't know was going to be in here, because like I said, Blair's aunt is sick and she had an abusive father, which her and her mom left, so her and her father never had like a good like bonding relationship. There's like a bunch of other grief stuff that I don't want to mention to not spoil the book, but there is a lot of grief. It like was just like insane. I was like, I did not know this book was going to be that dark. I just love this book entirely. This book is so good. I'm at a loss of words of how great this book is. Some like flaws about it. Overall, it's a great book, but I think every book has some flaws. But really, there's not much flaws. Like the only thing that I would say is Haley Pham uses like big words, but like it's like too big to the point it's like, okay, you didn't have to use that big of a word, but I don't mind it. Another thing is, it's not really like a flaw, but something that confused me is, it's not really a spoiler, but while Blair is working at like the coffee shop that she gets a job at, there's this guy, I think his name was Calvin. Yeah, his name was Calvin. He asked Blair for her number and they did exchange numbers, but then nothing ever happened. Like Calvin didn't text, he didn't call, or nothing like that. Like nothing never happened with Calvin. Like I don't know if she forgot about it or it was just something to fill in, but it's not a flaw. It just kind of had me confused. So now I'm going to rate it, and I think you guys all know what the rating is getting. This, of course, is another 5 out of 5 stars. I genuinely do not get the hate of this book because I've been reading more and more reviews, like on TikTok, YouTube reviews, Goodreads, of course, and all that stuff. And it's mostly 50-50, but majority of the votes are hate. Like TikTok was hating a lot, and so was Goodreads. Like some people were saying that this is middle school writing and that's just a basic book and overall just boring. But like I enjoyed it very much. But there was also a lot of reviews that said it was a great book and it was amazing. And those are the people that I agree with. I already told you guys in the beginning of the video what book I was reading next, so I'm actually just gonna like show you again. But this was supposed to be the second book that I was going to read, but now I'll tell you. The next book that we are reading is Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter. I have been wanting to read this book for so long too. It's been on my TBR for like a very long time, and like I said, this was supposed to be the next book that I was going to read. I ended up reading Just Friends, which Lynn Painter was the very first person to actually read Just Friends, I think, or something like that. But I remember Haley Pham saying in one of her videos and in the acknowledgements, I'm pretty sure, that Lynn Painter was like the first person to read some of the chapters. So it's kind of like ironic that I'm reading these back to back. Both romances, which I've been reading a lot of romances, and I'm for sure going to be reading more romance because I never realized how good romance is. I don't know exactly when I'm going to post a video, of course, but I feel like Better Than the Movies is longer, so it might take me a little bit longer. I'm probably going to say like 2 weeks, so it might not be posted till like middle or end of April. April 24, 20, somewhere in that 20 range. Who knows, because I might end up reading it in 1 week, 3 weeks. It all just depends on how long I read, what days I don't read and stuff like that. Just Friends was a 5 out of 5 stars. Great book. I'm hoping Haley Pham makes more books, which I'm pretty sure she will, and if she does, I will for sure be reading them because this book was a masterpiece. That is all for today's video, and I'll see you guys next chapter. Toodles.